it's officially holiday time, and it's not Thanksgiving or Christmas if you roll up to your family's house and sweet potato pie is not on the menu. So if you love sweet potato pie, I'm going to share with you today on my second episode of Holiday Bites a recipe for the ultimate sweet potato pie that's going to be creamy, that's going to be rich, that's going to be so good. Your family is going to say it's unforgettable. Go ahead on and tell grandma, big mom, ma, sit down, baby. We're doing a sweet potato pie this season. If that sounds like something you'd be interested in, then please stay tuned. Okay guys, before we get to mixing everything up and putting it in the oven, I know a lot of people boil their sweet potatoes, and you absolutely can do that. I found out about baking your sweet potatoes and using that for sweet potato pie, I think on a TV show during the pandemic. And when I tell you it makes for, the baking of the sweet potatoes, it does something. It makes them, it brings out the sweetness in the potatoes. It brings out that buttery, greasy, caramely stuff I was talking about earlier. Oven is ready. So I like to bake my sweet potatoes. Bake them, peel them, and then use that for your filling. I find since doing that, when you boil your sweet potatoes, like some people boil them, to me it boils all the flavor out. That sweetness, that caramelization that gets in the sweet potatoes when it's baked, it's top notch, it's top tier. See, I can't even talk thinking about it. It just really adds an extra special layer to me. So I bake my sweet potatoes, and I highly advise you guys just to try it and see how you like your pie. See how, if you like it better as opposed to boiling them. Or you may already be doing this, but please drop it down in the comments. If you guys have another recipe for sweet potato pie, I want to hear about that. Drop it down in the comments. But hey, I don't want to rattle and go on too much. Let's whip this thing up and get it in the oven. Let's jump right in. Let's not waste any time, and let's start with the ingredients. First, let's do it the star of the show, which is going to be sweet potatoes. Now, I baked my sweet potatoes. This is four medium to large sweet potatoes. I baked these in the oven until they were nice and caramelly brown. So sweet potatoes. Okay, I have a half a cup of brown sugar and a half a cup of granulated white sugar. I have about a quarter cup of sifted white flour, and I'll tell you more about that later. We have sweetened condensed milk. We have 1 tablespoon of allspice, 1 tablespoon of allspice, 1.5 tablespoons of cinnamon. I have 1 tablespoon of lemon juice. I have 1 tablespoon of vanilla, and then I have a half of room temperature cream cheese, and of course my pie shell. And I like to use the deep dish because it's just what my family likes, but you can use a regular, it doesn't have to be deep dish. Okay, so these are our ingredients: sweet potatoes, brown sugar and granulated sugar, flour, sweet condensed milk, allspice. You can use nutmeg also, nutmeg, allspice, cinnamon, but I'm using ground allspice, cinnamon, lemon, vanilla, cream cheese, deep pie crust. And sometimes you can add butter too, but I like to mix all of my ingredients together first, taste it before I add the butter, because sometimes if the sweet potatoes are caramelly enough, if that's a word, I don't use butter, so that's optional, but I'll get to that point later. So yes, guys, these are the ingredients, and I will also have this recipe posted down in the description box. I've already preheated my oven to 350 degrees. It's preheating now, and let's get ready to mix this thing. Okay guys, look how thick this is. So remember I told you about the flour, that I've always sifted it. I always sift my flour if I'm going to add it in the pie. And the reason why I sift it is because I add a little bit sometimes to make my pies thicker. I hate when I slice a sweet potato pie and it falls apart. If you put a little bit of flour into it, sifted flour, just don't dump it all at once. Spoon a little bit at a time, blend it, smooth a little bit at a time, so when your pie sets up, when you bake it, when you slice it, it'll come out as a nice even slice. So that is what this is for. But because this is looking so thick, I may not even need it. That's why I said earlier that we may or may not use this. So I may not use it. I'm going to wait until I incorporate all my ingredients, and then we may not even need this. But this is looking really, really thick. And also too guys, when you start baking your potatoes, it will make the sweet potato pie more rich and thick. That rich taste that to me you just don't get from a boiled sweet potato. And I've eaten boiled sweet potato pies all my life, when my mom or my grandmother boiled the potatoes, mashed them up, then made the base. Baking it, baby, is the way to go. So that's a tip if you didn't know that. Now you know, honey. I put you on to that. It's getting there. I'm telling you guys, your family, your man, your grandbabies, your co-workers, your grandparents, your parents, whoever you're making this for, they're gonna love this sweet potato pie. It is so good. It is so rich. It's just the perfect amount of everything. Okay, I'm going to scrape down the sides and I'm going to taste it. Again, everybody's preference is different. The ingredients and the measurements that I gave you guys is going to give you that, to me, perfect sweet potato pie. But again, you know, taste is relative. You can add, the reason why I didn't put all the sugar, because I want to taste it to see. It may not need all of this. So even though I told you it was like a cup of each brown and white granulated sugar, I may not need all of that. Now I got rid of my spoon. So let's taste it and see. But look how thick it is. Look how thick. Sweet baby Jesus. My God, today. I think we pretty much got it. Now I am going to get another spoon, dig out the rest of this brown sugar, but I don't need all of the rest of the white sugar because it's giving already sweet enough for me. So I'm going to dig out the rest of the brown sugar that's in here, because the sweetened condensed milk, as it says, is sweet. So I think that's it. So I'm going to mix this, then I'm going to get this in my pie shell, and it's going to go in the oven. That's simple, guys. You don't even need to add any butter either because it's already creamy and rich from the sweet potatoes being baked in the oven. Give it another stir from the bottom. Oh yeah, oh gosh, y'all, that's perfect. And the cream cheese also makes it thick and gives it that rich and creamy consistency that makes for the perfect bite. I'm telling you, I want you guys to try this recipe because you're going to love it. It's easy. The lemon in the with the potatoes, it wakes it up and gives it another level of just something that, man, what is in this? Why does this taste so good? What is different? I'm telling you, it's the lemon, the half a finger cream cheese. It just wakes up these sweet potatoes and baking them. That's the trifecta. Baking your sweet potatoes, adding that lemon, this cream cheese. That's it. That's the secret sauce. Just like grandma used to make. Now, I know some of y'all saying, oh, nobody gonna make no sweet potato pie like my grandma. You're probably right, but you know, it's pretty close. It's pretty close. My family loves this. Now, I know I'm a big woman, honey. I know clearly you can see that by watching the video. But I can bake now, but I can't cook. I'm not a great cook. I mean, I make spaghetti, I make chili, and one or two things that I can make a good pot roast, but all this little stuff like the girls be doing, baby, that's not my forte. Nope. Not it. And I won't be baking none of these in 2025. That's the plan. Help me, Jesus. Okay, this is it, guys. This is looking really good. And this KitchenAid mixer, no one asked, but I'm sharing anyway. I've had this KitchenAid mixer. My husband got this for me. Let me see. 2005 I got this kitchen, and it was black, and y'all, I painted it. I'm so proud of that. Pour this over into our pie shell. And this was 4 medium to large sweet potatoes, guys, and this will actually make 2 pies, I think. I wasn't sure if it would or not, but it looks like it will definitely make 2. So they are going to be surprised, honey, when you bring the sweet potato pie. The family is going to love it. It's going to be enough. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, just perfect. So this was enough. 4 medium to large sweet potatoes was enough for 2 deep dish sweet potato pies. So I'm going to pop these into the oven, and I'll come back on once they're ready. Okay, so yeah. I didn't even have to add the flour either, so that's what I was saying. Sometimes when the potatoes get nice, thick, and you know, caramelized during the baking process, you don't need flour. So you never know. It all depends sometimes on the potatoes. But yeah, these are ready for the oven. I have the oven set at 350. So I'm going to pop it in for about 50 minutes or until they turn golden brown. Y'all, please make this for your family for Thanksgiving or Christmas. But here you go. Okay guys, and there you have it, a simple sweet potato pie. And why do I have y'all so up in my face, honey? Jesus. Because what is Thanksgiving or Christmas without a sweet potato pie? And not only a sweet potato pie, but a sweet potato pie done right. That's going to set you right, baby. So please try that. I'm going to have everything listed, as I stated, down in the description box down below. And I wanted to put these things out in time enough. If you want to make it Thanksgiving is next week, you have enough time to pick up your ingredients and try it. I think your family would really, really like it, and I think you're going to enjoy it as well. Try baking those sweet potatoes if you haven't done that already, because I think you're really, really going to be pleased with the way your sweet potatoes come out. It just gives them a different, sweeter flavor, in my opinion. So yeah, there you have it, just a quick video, the second one in my holiday bite series. Again, I will bring you one or two more leading up until Christmas, and hopefully you'll get a chance to incorporate these into your holiday table. If not, honey, you can use it for next year. But please know that I appreciate you for every like, for every subscription, for just taking the time to watch any period of my videos. I really, really, really appreciate it. Thank you guys so much. Please be safe out there, and until the next video, I'll see you right here at NatMcRich Style.